This is Tracy Broussard with RoadDawgOnline.com and Chuck Fields. Man, you have really been the consummate just guy to do all kinds of stuff. You've been with Terri Clark for how many years?
This is the 11th year with Terri. And this is the second year with a guy named Johnny Reid from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny is the reigning Entertainer of the Year up there. Just sold triple platinum DVD that we cut last year.
Congrats on that too, man.
Yeah, man. And so it's been fun. It's been a busy couple of years since I saw you the last time.
Yes, and in Trioshift, what's going on?
Trioshift. Actually, we go into the studio on the 7th of this month. Probably got half of the record done. So
let's go back to Terri. So
Yeah.
11 years. How did you get that gig?
Oh man,
Way back.
that was crazy. Actually, her band leader at the time was a good friend of mine. She opened up a show when I was playing with Martina,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought her out to the stage and said, we need to get somebody like this guy, because they knew that their drummer was leaving, and lo and behold, a couple of weeks later, I was out of a gig.
That's good timing, man.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's awesome.
I was out of a gig for 3 days. Once you get in the circle in Nashville, you're just a few phone calls away from getting another gig,
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention if you've got experience, there is something to be said for that.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the old question from guys moving to town, how do I get a gig? Well, you have to create your own little network, your own little circle,
Mm-hmm.
and grow with those people. I'm sure you can name a handful of people that since you've moved to town that have really helped you out.
Yeah.
I know I can.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, it all started with the country thing, touring, when I started playing with Paul Brandt, like 14, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But a friend of mine that I was just doing a blues jam with, do you know Mark Selby?
Yes. I saw you play a gig because I was in a band and we opened for you at the 3rd Lindsley.
Okay, yeah.
And you were playing with Mark.
Yeah, so he calls me up. He's like, man, I got this artist from Canada. We got a couple of gigs. You want to go do it? That's his history. Gig after gig.
So for 11 years, how was it to keep the gig fresh, and always pushing yourself to now where it becomes robotic?
Yeah, well, I never think of it. When you get in front of the fans, you can't be not having fun and enjoying what you're doing. Because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you need to not be doing it anyway. So
Yeah.
even if I could play the same songs, it really doesn't matter, I mean, and she's not an artist that's a stickler for play the record. Heck, we've been playing these songs for so long. Any liberties that we take, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not playing 7 over.
Right.
She's trying to sing 4/4 fiddle for me, and you're dropping 5s over 4. It's like that's not gonna
I
work.
thought it was cool.
Yeah, I dug it.
What's wrong with you guys? And Terry's a drummer also.
Absolutely.
Did she ever give input about, man, could you do this, or I'm digging that, or whatever?
Not really. She just trusts what I do. So it's kind of cool that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's a musician too, and she'll step back and go, "Oh man, that's cool."
And that always makes you feel good.
Absolutely. It's not that other, just play the record, don't do anything. And with Johnny, it's that way too. I mean, we go in because he doesn't tour like your typical country act that goes out and just gigs throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
He does rock and roll style. I've got coming up. We leave on September 13th or whatever. We're done November 26th.
And that's straight.
We knock out 50 days in
What
3 months.
type venues are they?
Well, we just played Newfoundland a couple of weeks ago. Sold out 3 shows, 6,000 seats in less than an hour and a half. 6,000 seats every night. We did 3 nights in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's ridiculous.
Well, getting to Johnny.
Yeah.
What's that gig about? I mean, musically and stylistically for you, and how would it vary from like Terry's gig?
It's totally different, which makes it so much fun. For one, he's from Scotland, so he sings closer to Rod Stewart than any country act you could think of. And the instrumentation in the band, there's horn, there's a tenor sax, there's a B3 player, 2 background singers, so it's more of a soul band type approach.
Mm-hmm.
Which is polar opposite from Terry, because hers is basically a rock and roll act with country boots and a hat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's kind of fun for me. And last week I actually played both of them on a festival day.
You did double dip.
I totally doubled it. It was awesome, man, and it was so cool because Johnny played first, and it was, for me, his approach is just straight up soul music. It's stacked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it is. We were playing shuffles, and then put on the other show, and it's complete rock and roll. So
Change the shirt.
Oh man, change the shirt, change the sticks. It was, here we go. First run that I did with Johnny was back in 2008, fall, and he hadn't come to the rehearsals yet. It was just the band rehearsing the tunes. And there's this one song he had, it was like a 12/8 kind of ballad kind of thing. And I was just messing around, I turned the snares off the snare drum, and I was just playing like this, like a world beat kind of thing on the snare drum, the snares off, like conga style. One of the guitar players that's been with him from like day one is like, man, Johnny's gonna hate that, man. There's no way he's gonna like that. I'm like, well, but this is really cool. Let's just try it, see what happens. If he doesn't like it, no problem. We'll just go back and play it the other way. Lo and behold, he gets there a couple of days later. We play it for him, and he's like, man, that's the best thing ever. And it was so cool, I mean, because the tune is nowhere like, the record, and it's great that he's more than willing to do that.
So it seems like that Johnny Reid thing's really energized you, man. And
it's taken off.
And then he's blowing up. You guys got some big touring coming up.
We've got a tour across Canada, September through November. At the end of the tour, we actually do a PBS special, which that's the way they're going to introduce into the States via PBS, which is coming out in March. So we'll be in the States January through May of 2011, and then the summer we're in Europe. Trioshift. The bass player and I played together at Opryland 17 years ago or whatever, and we just stayed in touch. Actually, Tony was out with Terry last year also, but Tony and our guitar player John Cook had just been playing together, just straight ahead gigs, and they brought me into the mix, and we started writing and having fun playing together. Next thing you know, we put out a record, and it was just a blast. So we're doing another one.
Was that like your chance to do everything you wanted to? No bar.
We play in 7, we play in 9, we play just whatever, because we all write it together, rock and roll style. So it's kind of.
But it's like a jazz trio, like a jazz power trio.
But it's kind of it's very much jazz oriented, especially all the chord changes. But it's definitely got a rock and roll feel to some of it, because we all have that background too. That's just the thing. Everybody brings their background into it, and we all jazz head, we're all rock head, we're all funk head. So put it together, and it's just fun.
I think a lot of times drummers, they do their bag of tricks per gig, and then you see that, you're like, man, that's great, man, he's laying it down. But then you hear something else they do, and you're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm awed by that, really, to see what you do in that situation, and then to be able to, as a musician, put that bag of tricks away and then do this.
Just play the tunes, whatever the tunes may be. country, jazz, rock, pop, whatever. You just play the tunes.
When the bass player of Trioshift was with Terri, would y'all ever get in the back of the bus with a few beers and say, dude, what about that such and such lick and such song? It was fitting here. 4/4 fifths for me, man. Come on, what night are we going to do it?
No.